constellations bow to me!
Hi, welcome to the channel. Mercury, I will be creating lore content here often, and I thought for a first video, this actually reflects what kind of content the channel will have. I do try to play competitively, but I honestly prefer focusing on refining offbeat rogue decks more than anything. It doesn't necessarily mean that I don't play any meta deck, or means that this channel will not have any. It just means that I enjoy rogue stuff more, that I prefer improving jank. And yeah, with all that being said, let's just jump into our first one. Let's do this. Okay, so really quickly, Thresh Asol. Everybody tried Thresh with Asol before. It's not like something innovative or revolutionary. Everybody tried it when they first saw Asol because they were like, okay, a 10 mana 10/10. How on earth will we ever actually consistently play it without just turboing it out with something that cheats it like Thresh? And the idea still stands. The biggest problem back then that made people just disregard the idea after testing was how unreliable Thresh can be if it's the only way to actually just get your champion. Like, here's the thing. Thresh Nasus right now is tier 1 because you can have hands where you never draw Thresh and you drop a Nasus from hand by turn 6 or 7, and it's still a huge unit, right? It's really hard to do that with Asol. Well, at least it was, until this guy came in. And now everything is much easier. Like, here's the thing. Before, Eclipse Dragon used to be a 7/5. It used to be disregarded because people played Thresh, Aurelion Soul, my bad, with Trundle and ramp. So they didn't need another way to ramp. They didn't really consider Eclipse Dragon in the equation. But recently, it's been seen play in Demacia, right? So if the ramp's in the region, why are we only sticking to Demacia? Except for, of course, the other dragon cards that do synergize with Aurelion Soul, of course. But, like, say that you want to go for something that's anti-aggro. Something with a lot of pings. With Withering Wail for Thresh Nasus, or Val Feast, or Black Spear, or, like, Shadow Isles is the perfect anti-aggro region, right? Like, pair that up with Targon, and you have a hell of a region to combat aggro. And that's what I initially started with, because if anybody remembers, at the beginning of this meta, after the TF is nerf, spiders and pirate aggro, discard aggro, every aggro meta deck like existed, and it was very, like, all of them had solid play rates, solid win rates. So I was like, okay, well, how about something that can farm those? And that's what that is, because Thresh is the new Fiora, in my opinion. Like, Fiora used to be that aggro farmer, right? Now I do think that Thresh is that, because all these early tradings, like, you just play fodder, trade with all these swingers, and you're doing great, right? So, yeah, I do think that this idea has merit. I think that having Hush as well as Withering Wail makes you very good versus something like Thresh Nasus. Mid-ranges can be a problem, but that's why we're running 2 Ruinations. And the games, they're going to showcase why Ruination can be really good. I'll let the games tell you that. You're also in Star Shaping for other finishers with Atrocity. Some people, and I'm not even joking, disregard blocking Aurelion Soul. And that immediately puts them in after like a Thresh swing into Atrocity range. And it's funny. It's actually very funny, but it happens. It happens more often than you think. Sketcher is a great tool because, like, say you open up with an early Asol that you might not want, or like even sometimes hands that contain 2 Asols, you can just discard one and get a cheap control tool. That's why he's really, really good. Fangs is great too. It's another heal tool that gives you invoke targets. Like, the entire idea is using like the invoke packages, like, that are very flexible. They can deal with a lot of things. You can have Crescent Strike, Equinox, Comet, the 4-1 Meteor, Like all of those, even the units are fine. Golden Sisters are really good versus aggro if you ever get to turn 6 and they're still wideboarding. The 5/5 Challenger is very solid if you need reach for something that's with spell shield or something. Like it's the invoke package does help make this a very solid control deck. So yeah, I think this deck is actually underrated, and hopefully the showcase will give it a lot of respect. Because like okay, I understand that this is not like it's not tier 1. I'm not gonna say it is tier 1 because there is a reason that nobody picked it up, and that is that Aurelion Soul. Well, he's easily blocked. Like you're not immediately gonna be in atrocity range. Like it's not a finisher. It's still a grindy late game control deck. But I do think that it has a lot of merit, the idea, and I think the showcase will show that. And yeah, let's just jump into the first game. All right, let's go for our first game of the showcase. Ashe LeBlanc, yeah. I mean the meta is literally it's very it's starting to converge now, right? And yeah, Ashe is very normal to see. Caretaker is fine versus the deck. I mean, they have saves, obviously. But I do think that if I do... I mean, Thresh is also unreliable because of how there's Reckoning and Killing Strike, right? Ralphie's is decent versus them. If they don't, like, have the save. Priestess is great. I think I keep this except for Hush. Could be wrong, though. Okay, well, I don't love Will versus this deck. But it is what it is. Okay, Ruination is great. I mean, it depends. If it's the Marauder deck, Ruination can be a huge punish.
I need just a
Okay.
moment.
Let's see if it's on Elixir of Iron. The Elixir of Iron version is literally the... okay. Well, I mean, it's not on it now. But if it was on Elixir of Iron, that's the Marauder variant. Almost guaranteed. I'm gonna swing before LeBlanc is played. It's like, it's weird. This deck has, okay, Marauder. So it is Marauder. That's what I wanted to know. So this is great only because, yeah, only because Ruination is a great punish for Marauders. Sadly, no way to punish Marauders between those. I guess Traveler.
Daylight warms
He
the
opens
heart
with
and lights the
something.
way.
Instead of just swinging, but I think he will just enable that. Like this deck is greedy; it has to play like
Anyone
that.
hurt?
Wow, I mean he high rolled. You didn't need to play for strength and numbers. Just okay. I think I will take 5. We'll block one, just not block the other.
It was my heart that led me here.
Crows will have what's left.
Yeah. Good on you, man. You draw well. Drew both Marauders. Okay. Well. I think I just passed here and wow, double Ruination. He can't play Strength in Numbers. If he decides to pass and swing again, then his Marauders become huge. But I can't really act about that. Like, I can't. Not with this hand state. I drew both Ruinations and he decided to draw everything but Strength in Numbers. Shampoo. Wow. I can kill one of them.
Have faith.
Is important. He had a really, really sick opener.
Not
if
and
I'm
ready.
supposed to say so. Okay. It's fine. I'll take... I don't know how much I'll take. But I will get rid of freaking one of them.
arrow won't miss. Come on, boys.
7.
Open your
7.
eyes.
All right. Okay, second hush, which is nice.
Time to make an appearance.
So if he has third Marauder in hand, I lose. But I think this has to be a decent play. It gets rid of Marauder, it never puts me on second Ruination, and it unbricks this hand that I have 2 Ruinations, like I need to use it at 1 point. Only third Marauder makes me lose here. And yeah, he was not on 3 Marauders, like come on. That would be literally unbeatable. This is not a great hand though. Like I drew both hushes, this is not a great hush matchup. It's a decent hush matchup, it's very meh, like you can use it. But I would have preferred like any actual units. But I only have Caretaker in hand right now. Okay, this is actually okay. He has strength in numbers here. I lose. But it is what it is. I don't even get the challenger.
And here's where I'd paint my constellation.
It looks like he does have it.
If they're
Okay,
out there,
he doesn't.
I'll spot them.
All the world on
Sash.
one arrow.
I can't punish it. If he has a save in hand, I can't. I don't know if this is a great move, but I have this feeling that with how briggy this hand is, I would actually draw Black Spear here. Okay, I actually don't. Wow. Ah. This has been a hand and a half, I'm gonna admit. It's literally been giving me nothing. It's been only helping him, if anything. And yeah, I don't know what to say to that. Wow, like literally just everything that does not help me. It's been atrocious. I've been only giving him tempo again. Move this hand state. A good thing here, if he goes for strength in numbers or Shumpo or whatever, I can
Winter take you.
I'm not gonna let you Shumpo without getting punished for it. No, there we go. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna go for this.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
So here's the trick. I don't actually need to be... Yeah, I don't need to be in... I don't know if I go for Caretaker here, though.
Oh, fresh soil.
Ice Shard would be equally bad for us here. He loses the tempo and gives me a chance to wail, or even a chance to not die. I think he goes for that jump. And if he has strength... Oh, actually, you know what? I might just pass. But then he swings. Strength and numbers, man. So strength and numbers here would actually just lose me the game. Okay, no, he's not
The
on.
time is right. Strike now.
Which is nice. So he wants to try to win next turn. I have Hush in hand. Not worried about that. I also have Whale here. There it is. And... yeah, I think I go for it this way. That way it... oh no, never mind, it doesn't matter. So here's what I'm gonna do. Do this, because it takes a card out of it. Which is important in this situation. He played it like it was a freaking Demacia deck. That's how I'm gonna explain that. So I can't go for Whale and stopping Ash at the same time, but I can stop Ash next turn. He can't open next turn because I have Hush. Doesn't really do anything. I just...
Show me a target.
it's fine, it's fine, it's
Avarosa,
fine.
guide me.
Because now I go to what? I heal 6. I heal... I have 2. What are the chances that last card in hand is a troll chance? Not super high, right?
Light the signal fires.
Okay, so I'm not dead. He needs third Chumpo to win. If not, then it's just back to where it was. Frost Arrow. Okay, strength and numbers. Now I ruinate. Okay, there it is. Alright. And I have Fading Icon for blockers too. So, second ruination to clutch. Now I drop Eclipse Dragon and start to stabilize. This has been horribly scary. Whew. Guess I'm doing the damage anyway. Second strength in numbers. Okay, that's nice. Okay, there we go, Thresh.
A true Freljordian welcome.
Remember me, little one. Please.
Looks like he's holding on to a second strength in numbers. Maybe he just has a lot of tricks that he can't enable though. Yeah, that looks like, okay, Crystal Arrow. It's fine. So I have the Hush in hand, which is hugely important. Because Ash does not win him the game here.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
Reckoning. Alright. So that's... No, it's not GG. Okay. Yeah, I think I will go with this. And... yeah, this is still fine. So the Hush actually came in very, very clutch here. I'm gonna pass, I'm not gonna do anything. So I don't have Atrocity in hand, but he might not have Frostbites either. I think I drop Firebrand into Warrior.
I will unite the Freljord.
Okay. Is this actually it? Did we get it? We got it. Wow. Wow, that was... okay, that was a great showcase. Yeah. I mean, that showed the deck like it should be. It's very... and this was a very tough matchup too. Like, he had a really high rolly hand at the beginning. But it shows exactly what the deck can do. And that is come back and win late game. Like any Asol deck, it's not really the most... like, I didn't really add anything to what I just said. But yeah, that's why I think that Double Ruination is not as bad as many people deem it to be. Like, first off, nobody puts you on 2 Ruinations. Nobody, like everybody's like, ah, who's in their sane mind would do that? But it is very useful versus all these mid-range decks. Like, a while ago, Vladbrom was even gaining more traction. So that's Vladbrom, any Ash deck. There was also a Tarek Jarvan deck. I don't know why that was popular, but it was. Demacia Dragons, except for Asol, and if they play Fused Firebrand. Like, all of this suffers against Ruination. And because of the deck's nature, if you are, like, doing the stall thing, by turn 6, you have, say, 3 banked mana. You go for Ruination and you just play Eclipse and you start swinging back, trading hit for hit, right? But yeah, that's why I did like that showcase. It showed exactly why the deck is nice. Let's go for another one. Alright, second game. Let's go. Hopefully we do run into Thresh Nasus to showcase what the deck's plan against it is, which is usually just half Whale and half Hush and stop what they're trying to do. Okay, wow, a Master Splash. Wow, that's... never had that before, but sure. Ruination can actually be decent versus something like this, right? Because they're building a board with Scryers and all. It can be. I think I don't know if I keep though. I mean, I would want it, but I don't know if I keep though. I think I just go with this hand instead. Okay, double Thresh. I mean, that's never bad. They go for a comment on the first Thresh, yeah, the second one, right? Like any good player, just getting Zoe on the... okay, well. Like any other good player, I'm getting the response right away. So unless you have Pill Cascade and or you are willing to use it badly, okay, nice. Cool. No Zoe at the beginning, which is always nice.
Night flowers upon
Okay.
my blade.
Yeah, this is just classic Targon invokes, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is an okay
Hellstar's
opening
Lipsy is
from
another
Default.
spark.
It's not very flashy. He drew 3 1-drops. I don't know if he actually enjoys that. There's that ruination, thankfully. I think I do go for Priestess here. I don't see any reason why not to. I don't know. I don't see my... Maybe if I do get Star Shaping, I will like having Traveler, but I do think Warrior is great because of how it has reach.
Daylight warms
I
the
mean,
heart and
we're
lights
already
the
in
way.
Thresh, but another one doesn't hurt. Okay, he goes for a mirror play. He didn't snap, which can tell me that he doesn't have Comet. I think Comet is brilliant versus Thresh, right?
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Usually that's the tell. Okay, so Fading Icon into a possible Black Spear or Thresh. Possible Black Spear here is great. He can easily play Scryer though. I pass. Right. I'm gonna play Thresh now. Let's see, did he get Comet? Okay, Ridden Stars instead. Interesting. I actually think that I swing with literally everything and force every trade to be at least even. And I don't think he blocks at all, yeah. Cool. That's great news for me. Okay. Now, I don't have Hush in hand for Zoe. He might have Diana though. I do have Caretaker that I might actually just use here. So here's the thing. If I play Caretaker, I can't box plus Black Spear, but I can do either of them. His move might just be Scryer, Zoe, Diana here. That would be an insane curve. Okay, let's just do this. Telling that okay, I want to level my Thresh by next turn. There's that Diana.
Within the darkness. Your light is a lie. I cannot turn back.
Sure.
I will be heard. Our light grows brighter.
Alright. So, second Diana on top. Oh, no, never mind. It was just Spell Cascade. So if I do this, like, it doesn't really do anything. And if I do this, it doesn't do anything either. But, I mean, I couldn't have enabled Black Spear without that move anyways. So, I don't think there was anything that I could have done in that situation. I do have second Thresh, so that's what I'm gonna go for. I think I'm gonna take Lily out, float and play for second Thresh. I think that can't be wrong. Now, obviously, he might have Scryer, but that's why second Thresh is good, because it thinks that it's safe, but it isn't. Alright, he was worried about second Black Spear. I don't have it though. Am I scared about Swarm? I'm not scared about Swarm. This can be decent for a burst pass.
Spilled paint is
I mean, he's never gonna take it. He's just gonna pass back, I think. So this wants to level Diana. I think I still go for it. So I'm done through 2 Zoes, which is great news. He didn't invoke anything yet. I think I pass here. I'm later than he is. I'm not in any mood to speed things up. So if I play this, I can still ruinate.
The mountain speaks to those who listen.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Bask in her radiant blessing. Night descends.
And this isn't Challenger. I don't know why he's swinging like, wow. Okay. Guess this is a swing that's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do? I mean, this has to be a decent move. Can't see why not. I can't see why he would. Maybe he got the comment. I don't know what he has in hand. Like, that's the thing with invokes. Like, you can never predict, especially with Scryer. It's really hard to. It has no pull, technically. Bell Cascade only saves this, so I don't know what that was.
We will be free.
Guess he's just being beneficial with his hand, or he was looking for something like a Bastion. Right. I think I can play you.
This is a lie.
And, okay, Equinox, that's what he got. Yeah, that's for Scryer.
Unstoppable. I own you.
Come, come, this way.
That's for me. I mean, he probably has Star Shaping, which is why he's playing like that. Yep. I mean, what health am I at? Okay, I'm 20. Should be alright. Only 4 out of 6. The fact that Thresh isn't developed is really obnoxious. His Diana is sad, is fortunately still not developed, and I can still hush it. Right. Cosmic Inspiration. Huh. Alright. Sure. So Thresh needs to die this turn, which is big. Like, it tells me what exactly he wants to go for. And get rid of that Ruination right now. I think I go for Crescent Strike.
Is another spark.
Because it also tells him that it's hard for me to be on second Ruination. On something like this, right? He might want to go for Diana, level up, Nightfall, and then go on Thresh. But again, I just hushed that. Like the good player that I am. So if I do this, like that. Oh, I miscalculated. Ah, no, I don't have Ruination. I do have Hush though. Okay, I'm gonna go for Living Legends. Okay, he's just gonna keep passing. These are not the kind of hands that I want to see. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna... Okay, he's gonna keep passing. I'm gonna pass back. Like, the thing is, I genuinely don't have anything in hand. I don't. Which is ugly. It's really, really ugly. Did I go for comment this game? Don't think I did. He's going for it, it looks like. Half Hush, which is great.
I cannot turn back.
I think I can go for higher value living legends in this. There is nothing that I can play. There is literally nothing that I can play. I just didn't get the hand. It's like a stalemate. And the problem is, like, I can see some high rolls of him giving him exactly what he wants. I'm gonna discard this hand state fading icon. I might just go for living legends here, or actually no, let's go
Oh
for
yeah,
Moon's
that's a
Sword
pretty
first.
sparkle fly.
What can he have at 5 for Thresh?
Moonlight guide me. They tried to blind me with
still have Rush.
resplendence, but they could
So that
not
was his
break
move that
me.
he wants to give her Nightfall and still kill Thresh. That level's Thresh, by the way. And I have 3rd Thresh in hand. So there's that. It is, and now he's down to 8. I think he used 2 Star Shaping already, so assuming that he doesn't have well, first off, another finisher is dumb. And assuming that he has a 3rd Star Shaping is also kind of redundant. I'm also in a 7 mana Ruination here. If he's worried that he needs to go for... I'm passing here, dude. I am passing until this game is over. I think he's looking for Comet,
Sunlight guide
but the
my
moment he
brethren.
commits to Comet, I have 3rd Thresh, and it's just... Okay, there we go. Diana spell Cascade, so that's what 4 Cascades this game.
I cannot turn back. I will
Now
be
I just
heard.
Hush. Oh, he's going for a full on. Yes. Yes. So, okay, 12, that's fine.
No.
My siblings.
I got a lot of that. I think he's gonna go try to go for an impossible target with a gem. If he has Destroyer, it's very, 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 very awkward.
the
Third
paint
Zoe.
trip, Zoe.
That's Black Spear, so he's running Black Spear. But I have third Thresh, like the good player that I am. I mean, I could have drawn Eclipse Dragon or Asol. I didn't, so you're stuck with me. Alright.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
Alright. So yep, there we go. It's Asol. And here the pressure begins. Sad that I don't have
Like your
any
favorite toy, a flame for eternity.
okay, guiding touch. Sure. Does he have a save for Zoe here?
You're interesting.
Wait, I think no, one of the star shapings was Cosmic Inspiration, right? So he doesn't have a finisher in hand.
Nice build.
He's looking for one. And it's much easier for me to level Asol here. Once I do,
Darkness hides my path.
my life is much easier. Okay, so I'm definitely looking for Golden Sisters.
Bask in her radiant blessing. What once was two, now is one.
Okay, so he needs to remove something that I have with like a Black Spear. Okay. Okay, so I know what he's trying to go for. He's trying to go for an elusive overhit with gems. Or with atrocity, but I have Hush.
My creation!
Okay, so there we go. Asol is leveled. Only Crescent Strike at the moment. Moon Silver. Yeah, I'm actually not gonna like. Okay, there we go. Never mind. I'm good. So I go for a second Hush. On you. It doesn't really matter, does it? I'll go with this.
Quite enough.
Something like that.
Witness
I also have
divinity.
Star Shaping in hand. So this is looking still very safe, technically. Right, so he doesn't have finishers. Now I just go for Shaping. If I get Living Legends, I win. I don't, which is unfortunate. I do get Destroyer, which I do think in this situation where he has an elusive is better. Okay. Well, that sucks. But it is what it is. He had to go for it. I still think it's a favorable situation. I go with
Hand
this.
in hand.
So yeah, he's punishing me for not playing, basically. But I mean, I couldn't have expected that. He held on to that for so long, right? Yeah, okay, so I funnily enough have enough for Destroyer plus. Okay, there we go, Destroyer. This is harder to kill because I have a Challenger. This is harder to stop, I mean. Okay, here's the third Star Shaping. He needs to play another unit, because at the very worst here, he's taking... What is he taking, actually? Oh, I have Crescent Strike, too. So if he plays something, if he taps out, like, thinking that he's done here, he isn't. Okay, let's see what he's thinking about. he's really, really thinking. Guess he's, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna go for this anyways, and try to overhit. Unless he has Hush, I should be good here. Or like Golden Sisters. He's raging. I think so. Not completely sure. But I think he's actually like not playing. He stopped playing. At least it looks like it. Didn't even need to use that 7 mana ruination. It's unfortunate. Who even needs Cosmic Inspiration, right? And yeah, well, that was a good showcase as well. Because Targon Invokes is a strong deck, but yeah, I'm proud of that one. Didn't even get to necessarily win with Asol leveling because he had a Hush Comet, but yeah, still a decent win. I'm happy with that. So yeah, that was the showcase, the 2 games. I wanted to go for a third one, but the 2 games were, as evident, extremely long. The Targon game had a Mexican standoff, and the Ash deck was very, very grindy. So yeah, I wish that we had a game with Thresh Nessus. Honestly, this Under Trundle is very hard. It's not like a stomp or anything, but it's like you need to get the invokes. You have 3 Sketchers and 2 Fangs, and you should be fine with that. I did win a few games versus Lysandra Trundle, but the deck still feels very, very annoying to play against because of how... Well, I mean, Lysandra Trundle wants you to hit it at the mid-range timing to beat it, and that's literally the only way. Like something like a Shurima Overwhelm, it can grind. So, like, yeah. It's unfortunate that we didn't run into the 2 decks, but yeah, I'm still happy with this showcase. And I'm also happy, like I had fun making this video as my first video ever. That was actually extremely fun, talking to myself like that. But yeah, hopefully if anybody's watching, I don't know if anybody will, you'll stick around for the next set because I already have a few deck ideas for those. And I think I'm gonna, well, first off, I'm gonna do on expansion day a video showcasing all of the suggested decks, and I will be playing them day by day when the expansion hits. So yeah, have a great day for whoever is watching, and I'll see you in the next video.